Well, listen, good morning, everybody. I know that there's a lot of, well, the sun is out and it's not necessarily cool, so let me get y'all out of here. I first want to start by thanking the Birmingham City Council. You know, the last year's been very trying, not just for the city of Birmingham, but for the country and the world. And anytime as an elected official, you actually have the opportunity to work hand in hand with other elected officials on something that is transformational around saving lives. I'm grateful. So I'm very grateful to the entire Birmingham City Council for their leadership in this matter related to the coronavirus and the global health pandemic. But I also want to thank the governor. I think she should be acknowledged for her leadership up to this point related to doing the right thing related to the state ordinance, including up to wearing facial covers and face masks. Her order expires at some point this month, and she has, I guess, shared her reluctance to move forward with continuation of that, which brings me to the point why we're here today. City of Birmingham, along with the council and the ordinance that was passed today, is doing this for three main reasons. One, everybody should know a global health pandemic still exists. The coronavirus still exists. People are still catching and getting the coronavirus. People are still being admitted to the hospital, and people are still dying from the coronavirus today. Although we are glad to see the numbers go down as far as deaths, although we're glad to see the number of hospital admittance go down, and although we're glad to see that the number of cases has decreased, it's not over. And that doesn't mean you just stop doing what you do on behalf of people and their safety because things have declined. And that's the main thing. The second reason is I have spoken to many small business owners throughout the city. And majority of them have come to me voluntarily via text, email, seeing me in person, and was adamant about the city and wanted to encourage the city to please do our own ordinance. And that is another reason. Then the third reason is very, very important for people to recognize and appreciate. Majority of the city of Birmingham residents have not been vaccinated. Consider that for a moment. Vaccinations are available, but the city of Birmingham, along with the state of Alabama, percentages are very low compared to other areas of the country. With all of that combined, that the global health pandemic still exists, that small business owners are encouraging this, and that majority of our residents have not been vaccinated, those are the reasons why we have implemented this ordinance. We continue to talk to our local health experts, the combination of UAB, and as well as Jefferson County Health Department, who have said we're doing the right thing. And that's what we're doing, the right thing. And it is all under the lens of saving lives. We'll continue to make decisions that we believe will save lives. They may not be popular. People may not be excited about it. I'll be honest with you, I'm not excited about it. There's nothing about me that wants to continue to wear the mask. But I'll continue to do my part if, in exchange, more lives are saved. And I just ask that all the citizens of Birmingham continue to do their part. This is a football town. We like football analogies. We are in the fourth quarter of this global health pandemic. It is not over. And so we still are in the game. We're still in this fight. And one of the ways to continue to win this fight is to continue to wear face masks. With that, I'll take any questions you have.
One of the things, you mentioned the majority of the population has not been vaccinated. I say that to ask the question, what is it that the city needs to see when you would be comfortable for a mask ordinance to work? Is that
Yeah, so my comments are no different than they've been the last year, right? I tell you all over and over, I'm an elected official. I don't have a background in health. I'm not a health expert. However, I continue to listen to the health experts. And when they say face masks are no longer needed, I think that's a time for the mayor and council to reconsider.
You mentioned small businesses have in particular asked for this. One of the things I wondered was, you're going to have the governor here at the end of the week essentially saying the statewide mask ordinance is over. This is in place. Do you worry that people who may not know what's happening today may force businesses to be the ones enforcing these mask orders in their offices, in their establishments, essentially be the ones who have to police this?
Yeah, so What I've appreciated, I'm very grateful to all the small business owners in the city limits of Birmingham. Let me start by saying that. Remember, the global health pandemic triggered an economic crisis. These small business owners have been hurting the last year. And so many of them have opened back up. They've opened up, some of them in limited capacity. And others have all said, listen, if in order for our business to remain open, we need to have people wear face masks, with the exception of those who are eating and drinking. That's what we're going to do. And so fast forward till today, April of 2021, and I think the conversation has not changed. The small business owners are out here taking risks. Their frontline employees are on the line. I don't know if all of them have been vaccinated. They want their business to remain open. They're willing to do what they've been doing. I think they'll continue to do that. They wanted the city help and the city support, no different than we've been offering help for the entire year. So they are concerned about the protection of their employees as well, which is one of the main reasons they're doing this. But let's be very clear about this. Majority of the establishments and small businesses in the city limits of Birmingham, it's on the small business owner to say if you can walk in there with shoes or no shoes. It's on the small business owner to say if you can walk in there with clothes on or no clothes on. And it is the same for this face mask. And we support our small business owners. And they will decide who and what and where and how for those who frequent their business.
Do you expect the police department to enforce this?
What I expect is if a small business owner calls us and the situation has reached the point of a trespass or a disorderly conduct because a patron or a customer is refusing the request of the small business, and the city of Birmingham will have no problem engaging.
It was brought up during the debate today that there was concern that some businesses are worried that this will drive patrons to surrounding cities instead of spending their money in Birmingham.
No, it won't. It won't. It won't. We shouldn't make our, okay, let me be very clear about this. I'm tired. All right? I'm tired of this whole face mask conversation being political. We're at a year now. If you don't want to frequent a business because you're required to wear a mask, hopefully we'll see you soon. The mask won't always be here. The business will. But there's no need for this to even be political, right? And I think we've talked about over and over people being selfish about this. They don't want to do it. I told you I don't want to do it either. But remember, when we're in the middle of a global health pandemic and there's still a health crisis, it's not about you, the individual. It's about the community. And sometimes you have to have ordinances in place for people to do the right thing. And if doing the right thing is uncomfortable to you and you want to make a statement by saying I'm not going to frequent that business will be okay because they'll pick up 2 more people in place of you.
Do you feel some in the legislature who oppose the face mask would move or restrict this from the authority of Birmingham?
There are well over 100 cities in the state of Alabama, 67 counties. Everybody has the authority on the emergency powers. I would like to remind every mayor in the state of Alabama we're still under an emergency related to the global health pandemic. I can't necessarily dictate or say to another mayor in another city across the state or to any county commission across the 67 counties what they should do to protect their residents. What we are doing is an attempt to protect our residents. And I don't want to get into a fight with other elected officials. I only want to do the right thing for the city of Birmingham residents.
You've recovered from COVID-19. How personal is this for you to get this done?
It's personal in the sense that I know the effects that COVID has on a person. I had a serious battle, everybody. It was not easy. It was painful. The hospital stay was scary. some lingering effects post getting over the coronavirus. And so I will tell anybody, think about what I'm about to say. There's probably only 1 degree of separation from every single person in the city of Birmingham who has either known someone to test positive for the coronavirus, has known someone to be admitted to the hospital, or has lost a loved one. Talk to those people and they'll tell you a city ordinance to have face masks being worn is not the end of the world, because they don't want another family member to test positive. They don't want another family member to have to enter the hospital, and they don't want another family member to die.
You already asked this question, I don't know if we're quite ready. That's okay. What would you have to see, I guess, in say 6 weeks for you guys to do this?
So when the governor announced her last order, the first thing we did was call the health experts at UAB in Jefferson County Health Department, and the conversation was very direct. Hey, tell us by April 1, is it time for us to stop wearing masks? And whatever you all say to us, we'll move accordingly. It'll be the same thing. You know, this current ordinance expires I think close to the end of May 24. So 6 weeks, right? It's a very short window. But by week 4, week 5, it's the same conversation back to the health experts. Tell us where we are. Tell us our trend line. Are you encouraging us to still continue with this, or can we stop? And that'll be the determination.
Mayor, you praised Governor Ivey for how she's handled the pandemic up to this point. Whenever we're there, she always talks about the personal responsibility. That's the others when it comes to encouraging mask wearing. Why do you feel like it was important to make sure that there was an ordinance in place that's requiring? And then secondly, you mentioned other mayors around the community. I know you guys talk often. Are you expecting that other mayors are going to make similar decisions such as Birmingham in the days ahead? Is there anything to suggest that?
Yeah, well, I'll answer your second question first. There's nothing to suggest that, but every city is different, and that's okay. There's no judgment here at all. I support my fellow mayors in Jefferson County, and they, in consultation with their council, make the best decision for their citizens. Related to your first question, I am reminded that wearing your seatbelt in your car is a personal responsibility as well. But there's also a law on the books when you don't wear your seatbelt, right? No different for a face mask.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody. Good to see y'all.